All right, so we just got one of the coolest things we've ever seen in the world unpackaged, and fix to let you guys see it. This is our brand new lawnmower. I ain't really looked at it yet. We literally just unloaded off the trailer, cut it out of the little crate it was in, hooked the blade up. The blade was unhooked while it was in the crate. Hooked that up, turned it on, backed it off, just kind of looked over the controls real quick to see how to move it. But today we're going to review it. I'll go over the functions, the features. We're going to put it to the test, do some climbing with it, see what this bad boy will do. All right, so when you get your machine, you get two boxes. You can expect to get two boxes with this particular mower. And here's what you're going to get. You do actually get a product manual. I skimmed through this really quick. It actually has a lot of information in there. So I was pretty impressed with that. But yeah, you'll get that. You also get a book on the engine. I haven't looked at that. I imagine it's just pretty standard stuff. You get an extra air filter. You get an extra set of blades. And of course, this is attached to it. It's just kind of a spec sheet, if you will. It's a SDLLM500 lawnmower with a snow shovel. Gives you some of the specs. Tells you what it weighs, the cutting width, just a little bit of information. SD Lanch is emailed there at the bottom, which I can tell you from my experience is useless. I don't expect warranty work or much after sales service from anything I buy from the auction. But if you're going to send this stuff at auction, flood the market, and add this to it, you could at least they could at least respond to customers. I've tried to reach out to them several times just to get parts that I would willingly pay for, and heck, they don't even respond. So anyways, moving on. Get some wrenches, get a battery charger. Looks like a strap for the controller. I haven't figured out how that actually goes on. So that's kind of useless because I don't see anywhere on the controller these would hook. And then you get your controller. Pretty standard. It's actually pretty easy to control. It has a little bit of English on the controller, not much, but all the controls are actually in that owner's manual. So you hold your power button here to come on. You can see it's got a nice bright display. But yeah, that's what you can expect to get with the machine. All right, guys. So I messed up, left my SD card from my other camera in my computer, so I'm down to one camera today. So I'm gonna try to get a couple different angles. This one you see right now, this is actually on the mower, so you're gonna get first person view. We're gonna tackle this bank right here, see what this thing will do. We're gonna go ahead and fire it up after this car passes. You actually start it directly from the remote. All right, so here is the aftermath. I know this doesn't look very steep, but it's actually pretty steep. I'll put the mower on it in a second to give you an idea. But I was walking through here just to see how it cut, and I noticed, I didn't see this when I mowed it, but look at this little bitty tree I cut. Chopped it right down. Pretty impressive. All right, we're going to get another angle here, mowing the rest of this bank so you can see this view as well. Now we hit a couple little corn stalks on accident and fell right over. Not a lot of resistance on a corn stalk, but you know, not a big mower either. Now we're going to see the ultimate test with the SDLLM500 snow pusher lawnmower push the Z71. Let's find out. It ain't a matter of will it push it. It's a matter of how far do you want to push it. You better go get that truck, son. All right, for all the haters that said we were downhill or yada yada yada, we're just going to go ahead and squash that. We were level ground, but now we didn't expect that to work, so now we're going to try to go uphill. This is upgrade. Hard to see in the video, but it is going up. You can tell from this bank right here how much higher this actually is. Let's see if we can get the Z71 up the hill. If we can, this might be the ultimate tow rig too. It started to, but we may have met our match. Oh, get another bite. Yeah, let's be honest, nobody expected that to work, but it pushed it a lot farther than I thought it would. I'm gonna stop just because I don't want to mess something up. Can it climb a flat edge? I don't know if it will from the front because the plow's on there, but let's see if we can back up it. There ain't no way. We're going to do one more test before we talk about this thing a little bit. I'm dying to know. My buddy's asking me, do you think this thing will carry 400 pounds? I said, man, I don't know. Hop on it. Let's find out. So here we go. Let's turn it back on. We do not recommend doing this at home. Not only, I think you hit the shut off. So the disconnect on this one's in a bad spot. There you go. Yes, it will haul 400 pounds.
Faster, Daddy, faster!
See if it'll ride a wheelie. It'll pop a little wheelie. All right, I'm gonna get a little close up, walk around of the mower real quick. You've got a on and off switch here. Then you've got an emergency stop. but when you turn it on, it shows you your battery life and your volts. This thing hasn't been charged either. I haven't charged it since I pulled it off the pallet. Here's the VIN tag with some information. Just looks like just a 9-horse Rado engine. Little alternator down in there. Charging port. We did check the oil. It came with oil. It even had a little gas in it, but not much. We put gas in it. It does have a hand throttle down here. I noticed the remote has a throttle button on it, but it doesn't do anything. So I just turned this all the way up. But pretty simple little design. The dozer blade will come right off with a pin here and a pin there. And then a bolt here will take this cylinder off. The problem is this is completely hardwired into the harness. So if that were a plug, you could essentially remove this dozer blade easily. It does have headlights as well back in there, LED, super bright. All right, again, guys, there is a book on the controls, so I'm not going to go too in depth on that. But super simple. You do everything pretty much from the remote. Here is a throttle button. Like I said, it didn't do anything for me. Maybe I'm just not doing something right, so I just turned the hand throttle all the way up. But this left stick goes front to back, right stick turns. First switch here is your cruise control. Second switch lowers and raises your deck. Third switch is your blade. Over on the other side, this switch starts the mower. You have to hold it up. That starts it. When you want to kill it, you hold it down. Middle switch is your headlights, and then the right switch says speed / emergency stop. The emergency stop works. I can't get it to change speeds, so not sure about that one yet. Then you've got menu buttons and whatnot. Like I said, the manual does actually go over this, so I just wanted to give you a quick little view. Really easy to operate, and again, it is rechargeable, USB-C right here. All right, before we wrap this thing up, I do want to give a shout out to Greg over at Our Life in Trees. I seen this on his channel. He was at an auction doing some looking at some stuff, and he did a quick little video on this. And when I seen it, I commented on there and I told him, I said, dude, I've got to have one. So as soon as I seen it at the next sale while we were on the beach, I had to have it. So here it is. Super cool mower, super capable. I just wanted to do a quick little review, see what it could do, what it couldn't do. I don't think we found anything yet it couldn't do. Leave some comments down below if there's something else you want to see with it. I'm going to hang on to it for a little while longer just to maybe do a couple more videos on it before we get rid of it. I'd like to run it enough to find a problem to see what's going to be a common issue with them. So we'll see. But anyways, that's our quick little review of the SDLLM500 electric gasoline remote control tracked lawnmower with a snow shovel. That's it. Thing's a beast. I couldn't believe it pushed that truck, but mows great. It's got a lot of power for what it is. If you guys see one at your next auction, man, and you've got banks, my buddy's got all kinds of banks out here that he weed eats. He needs this thing. So if you have those type of spots too, snatch one up, man. Again, you might not go for this particular brand. I know there are some other ones. This one looks the coolest though. This is the first one I've seen with the snow shovel. I've seen some of these other ones, but not with the snow shovel. So that's why I wanted this one, was for the little plow. The capabilities of that little plow, I think, are endless. I don't think you could just use it for snow. We pushed a truck. I'm confident you could push some rock or dirt, mulch, whatever. But thanks for watching, guys. Hit that like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.